The scope of education can be discussed under the following headings. Number 1, education as a science. Education is a process as well as knowledge. Children learn education by being involved not only with its content but also with its methodology. The effective education facility accommodates both. Science is a systematic and precise body of knowledge in a particular field of the world. It seeks to discover the general laws regulating the phenomena in that field through observation and experiments. As per this definition, education must be taken as a science since it's a systematic body of knowledge accumulated through aids by observation and experiments. It has its own theories and laws for arrangement and organization of educational activities. Education has been developed as a science during these recent years. On the whole, education may be regarded as a science since it consists of theoretical as well as practical knowledge and skills derived through various scientific methods and aims at achieving the desired objectives by applying them in human behavior and practices. Education as a social process. Education is a process by which the older generation hands over their experiences, tradition, customs, thoughts and values to the younger generation. This is a sort of necessary training of the younger generation so as to equip them for the further life and enable them make adjustments with the natural and social environment. They range from primary institutions like family to school, playground, clubs and so on. Education plays a very important role in molding the character of an individual. It is one of the concrete sources from which one gets information and knowledge. It affects the society in the following ways: preservation and transmission of our social, moral and cultural values. In education, through curriculum, students will be acquainted with social, moral and cultural values, and teachers make them familiar with values and ideal through different activities, games, storytelling, etc. Education makes them familiar with constitution, rules and regulations of citizens and so on. As we find in NPE, National Policy on Education 1986, major objectives to produce a productive citizen has been fulfilled by education, so education preserves our value and it makes others to imbibe those values. Awakening of social feelings. Through education, individuals become aware about the importance of unity, love, fraternity and other values. Education makes all people get awakened of being a part of the society and how they can contribute to the world and society. People know different values and life skills and thus they develop concern for society, including social mindedness, values, life skills, learning to be, learning to do, learning to know, learning to live together via different activities, storytelling, dramatization, etc. Political development of society. Education makes all aware about rights and duties of all, which are their responsibilities and duties so that they can develop their civic sense. Through different lessons of political leaders and stories, education develops ideal leadership equality so that in future students can lead the state as a society. Economic development of society. Education develops skills in individual and makes him a productive citizen. Through education, everyone learns how to earn money and as per their qualification he gets job or labor, and on the whole, with the help of education, more or less everyone gets work and earn money, so due to increasing literacy per capita income will increase. Because of education, people migrate in other country and their earning helps to develop society, country as well. Thus, education affects the economic development of society. Social control. Education makes all aware about customs and duties, the same as it makes aware about the rules and regulations, as we find the rules in Indian Constitution. People know how to preserve their lives via education. They make also familiar with crimes. Thus, education provides a guideline and it controls all society. Social change and reforms. Education makes individuals perfects and aware about the rights, so can claim against developed superstitions, beliefs which are harmful for them. Education makes all aware about how to live peacefully and how to face difficulties in their lives. They become aware about the proverbs like nothing ventured, nothing gains, so they develop their risk-taking attitude via education. Socialization of a child. Education trains the mind of the child and teaches him how to inculcate values in his life. It makes the child understand what is society, how he is a part of society, what are his roles in society, how he should behave, how he should interact with others, etc. Education helps him to understand who is he, and it develops a sense of a social being in him. In short, education socializes a child. Thus, education produces productive citizens. It helps everyone how to flourish and makes them ideal citizens of society. To sum up, education influences the society.